Hello everyone, it's your favorite kind of fruit, a bowl of fruit, and welcome to District 187, a painfully generic first-person shooter. Now the commentary today is just about that, how saturated the first-person shooter genre has become, and hopefully how we can fix it, because as you can tell, this game plays from a free-to-play game on Steam called District 187. I actually picked that up with a few others, tested them out. Another one I think was called Arctic Combat, which I won't even post a gameplay of because that was just awful. Just what the first-person shooter genre is obviously first-person shooter. It's based off guns, combat, that kind of thing. And I think the problem is this genre has become so oversaturated because everyone tries to do modern combat because that's what we know, that's what's going on, and that's what you can take the most source data information from because it's happening now and you have the most information on it, the most assets, etc., etc. And you don't have to really draw from anything, you just have to draw from modern combat. And that's why you see so many games based off modern combat, modern warfare, whatever. Examples, Call of Duty, even this game, all the other free-to-plays, and pretty much just about majority of shooters, really. And I mean, even look at Black Ops 2. It's said to be futuristic warfare. There's almost nothing futuristic about it. Sure, you have a robot going around here every now and then, but that's it. Nothing really out of the box. And I think there's only so many ways you can take the first-person shooter genre because let's say you wanted to go back in time. Well, then you're looking at World War I and World War II, like Civil War, Vietnam War, which most of those have been beaten to death. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd love to see a Civil War game. Everybody just stands in a row on each opposite sides of the field. You shoot your musket, take a few minutes to put the pellet or whatever back in there, and shoot once more, and then stuff the bullet back down. And your accuracy wouldn't exist because they didn't have any back then. So you could do that. Have some people man cannons. So you could always go that route. I doubt we'll ever see that. So you can't really go in the past. Now, if you go modern, well, let's look at it this way. There's a bajillion and a half games that are modern, that are shooters, and I really don't think we need any more of them unless somebody comes up with a modern shooter that somehow implements something we've never seen before and keeps it fresh. Now, there's always the futuristic route, or the sci-fi route, rather. That I think is always the route to take because you're not limited by anything. Let's say you wanted to go World War II. Well, they only used so many guns. They only did so many things. They only had so much equipment. And there's so much you can draw from there, but with sci-fi and future, it's infinite. It's limited to your imagination, really. And you have games, for instance, like Halo. Halo is obviously a sci-fi first-person shooter. You had a game like Nexus that came out on the arcade and Steam not too long ago. That was out of the box, first-person shooter, kind of like Quake. You had Ghost Recon Future Soldier, which didn't do too much drastic, because like Black Ops 2 and Ghost Recon Future Soldier, you get this idea that it's in the future, but really it's nothing too drastic or can't really think like, okay, well, this is the future. It kind of seems like today's world. So I think for the first-person shooter genre, and for the sake of every single gamer out there, please stop making modern first-person shooters unless you have some revolutionary idea that will keep it amazing and new. So let's be honest, that's not going to happen. So either make sci-fi or future, and actually make it future, or just don't make it at all, please. So I guess this is kind of a PSA. Anyway, gameplay was just snippets. This game's super laggy, so I had to cut out a whole bunch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, stay beautiful. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, favorite, comment. On the left, we have the previous video of the first episode of the podcast that me and Eris will hopefully continue, called The Nobody Show. And then on the right, we have what GCI has become and what its place is on my channel. So if you're interested in that, make sure to click that. And, yep, you're all beautiful.